That was Venger, the force of evil. I am Dungeon Master, your guide in the realm of Dungeons and Dragons.
All right, well, we're ready to go. I think we're recording on all the things now, maybe.
Perhaps the things are recorded on.
Yeah. Who's doing this? Am I going to do this? I don't know. I was about to, but hey there, everybody. Welcome to the Peak. I am Ben, and this is Max. You might know us from D&D Ideas and PeakD&D, which is the channel, of course, you're on. So, here's the thing. Real talk, guys. So we are about to launch Campaign 3, Campaign Trace. And it is quite an undertaking. We are super excited to get those videos out to you guys and have them live on the channel. So we're trying a whole bunch of new stuff, including our new rendering process is taking a little longer than we want.
Good news. There's only 38 hours and 46 minutes left.
Counting down.
To render session 0, so that's cool.
Yeah. So we decided to get a little bit creative this week and release a video that shows you a little bit about how the sausage is made. Max and I are here in the studio. You can see all of our studio stuff behind us. We are an open book to you guys. We come off as polished and professional, I know. But right now what we're going to do is we're going to take a little bit of time and talk a little bit about Campaign 3, some of the stuff that we've been doing in preparation for this. We've got our Session 0 should be coming out next in the release schedule, but we're doing a whole lot of new stuff this year, as I've mentioned, this campaign. We're playing an entirely new system. We're playing DC 20 from the Dungeon Coach. Shout out to Alan and the DC 20 team over there. So we're doing a whole new RPG system, very D&D adjacent, but a lot of the things that you like about D&D rolled into this new system with some really fun, exciting new mechanics that we play test in live play. I mean, the stakes don't get much higher than that when it comes to playing RPG in a brand new world as well. That's the other thing. We've created a whole new D&D or a RPG setting for this. It's called Argilia, and it's sort of a world that we played in our home game years and years and years ago.
Oh, in like 2007, maybe?
Yeah. So we've sort of reimagined that world for this campaign, and we're bringing a lot of the same ideas and stuff. It was my very first campaign that I ran.
It's Ben's baby.
Yeah. Sure. We got the news that we're probably going to have to stall for another week. So here we are, and we're going to give you guys a little bit of, Max and I are sitting here at the computer station. We are doing a World Anvil wiki for this campaign. So hopefully you can follow the World Anvil. We'll put the link down in the description, or we'll put it out on social or something, so you can follow along.
Probably the description.
Hopefully. I think that's the easiest way to do it.
Yeah, we don't.
But you can check it out, and we'll show you a little bit about sort of what we have set up. There's going to hopefully be like campaign reports or session reports where you can catch up on what's happened in blog form. And
yeah, we wanted to give people, like, we know it's a huge ask if you find something cool that you like, to be like, oh no, I really like the story and these people are having a good time and that's great. Okay, so to get caught up, I need to watch 137 hours of video, and that's just untenable. So we figured World Anvil and short little snippets would be a good way to give people multiple entry points in case, somebody finds this 6 months into Campaign 3.
Right. So this is sort of a sneak preview of the campaign setting that we are doing. We won't talk a lot about the characters or anything, but we're gonna.
That's all.
So we've been having a lot of fun playing around on the computer, using some Mid-Journey to help create some of the art for some of these things.
I think that's what I would like to do. Like, let's make one of the god pictures.
Okay, those have been the most fun.
Yeah. So we're gonna in Ben's world in Argilia, the Icostheon, super simple to say.
Yeah, really easy. It's
20 gods.
Yeah, there's 20 gods that exist in the old world of gods, and now there's a new god in town, and he's sort of the one true god, right? But we'll get into that in the game and in the lore. But so there's 20. So if you look, I'll bring up the screen here.
Yeah.
Haha! Magic of editing.
God.
So now you can see this is sort of the landing page for the world of Argilia, which is inclusive of this cool little map, and you can see it's divided into 20 different lands, different regions. The center continent is kind of one big empire, and then there's a bunch of other stuff around there. But each of those 20 regions was named originally for one of the 20 gods. So we have...
And shout out Dave for the super sweet map. We
Yeah.
love you. Thank you.
Well, if Dave ever starts making these maps for hire, we're going to plug the shit out of him. So if there's a link, we're going to give it to him. Maybe just give us contact us. We'll contact Dave.
I mean,
if you want one of his cool
I bought him
maps.
breakfast for doing this.
Yeah.
So I don't know. You guys will probably have to give him more money.
So come along with us, like get ready with us video. This is what we're doing now. So we've done a bunch of them. We have several of these guys. So I'll go in. I'll show you.
Yeah. Let's see the
Let's
list.
see the existing art.
Oh yeah.
Oh, well, we have the list.
So
here's the list. This is actually the original one that I made.
Oh, dude, I have like 4 of those in the 2E binder for sure.
Yeah. We did. So these are all 20 gods. There was a big war a long time ago, and they were each on like one side or the other of the gods. So we just did Roana. So now we're on Lobos.
Have you been going in order?
More or less. There were a couple I skipped, like Kenderahan and Duran.
Right, because
they're in there because I don't know why, because I was starting on the main continent, so I was jumping around a little bit.
Okay.
And Para figures into one of our characters' backstories.
Oh,
They're from that country.
Sure.
I
Skipped
ahead
first.
to that one. But then I think that's the only ones I've jumped ahead with.
All right, dude. Well, let's do Lobos.
I may have. I think Lobos is the next one.
Great.
So Lobos is the god of earth and tradition and stamina, which is this is going back to like stamina as in the player's option 2E version of that.
So like
but like
constitution.
fortitude, like constitution score.
So hardy stuff, earth, and what was tradition?
Tradition, like so.
Tradition.
And so Lobos is also a land of nomadic peoples. There's not too many like permanent settlements in there. There's also a lot of history in that area. There's a lot of ruins, and there's actually an undead city in there, so the undead sort of play into the Lobos history.
I'm learning about things too.
Well, if you remember 12 years ago when we played this game, that was certainly part of it, and there was a lot of undead. I think you were about to go into
Is that where we ended?
City. Yeah.
Within Lobos? Did we get...
that was where we stopped.
Oh.
The campaign was in Lobos. That was as far west as we had gotten.
We got to level 12 though.
Yes.
And like the one good thing about Ben, so the nice thing about Ben being behind the screens now is that like this man right here loves to tell tales of just awesome power and superheroes. And so like those level 12 characters were ungodly.
Yeah, they were, even for 2E, like level 12, they were hardcore. They were at least, I would say the equivalent in 5th edition D&D would be like, you guys were 16th level, 18th level.
We were getting close to those capstones.
It was insane. It was a high power, and I like to run a high power campaign because everyone should feel like a hero. You should feel awesome. I think that's my biggest thing about D&D.
Yeah,
is like it's an escape.
As I have said plenty of times, like I want to play this game and feel like a badass. Like I can feel average and perhaps like a failure in regular life.
Yeah,
like,
no one should feel hamstrung in a world where everyone is super powered.
Yeah.
Anyway,
and we're heroes.
So
all right, man.
We have this is our god list that we've sort of gone off over. So now we're gonna head over to Midjourney. You can see some of the art we've already done before.
Yeah.
We're trying to get some representation amongst these gods. I apologize if any of these things come across as insensitive to other cultures, but we really are trying to represent the plethora of people that exist in our own world and that would only be taken to the nth degree in a fantasy world. So
so we're gonna try to get Midjourney and our robot helpers to get us places where we want to be.
Yes, and and sometimes robots have a hard time understanding nuance. So I apologize if any of this.
Does she still have 6 fingers?
Oh, she totally does. So this, I'll show here. I'm recording the whole screen so you can just see. So this one, also robots are not good at hands. They can't draw hands very well. So, here you go. Good luck trying to get this in AI. But yeah, this one definitely has 6 fingers on this hand.
Cool. It's like
this one's not as bad.
Princess
The thumb is definitely short.
That's
The index
okay.
finger is exceptionally long. But I don't know if my mouse is showing up on the recording, but we'll see.
It's okay.
But this is Roanna.
She looks sweet.
Yeah, the goddess of stars and navigation, and I forget the third thing. But there's usually like an intangible aspect of them, so it's something like stamina or less like.
Yeah, there was like an ability score from 2E aspect of most of these.
Oh yeah, for sure. Because I definitely divide, but not all of them. I realized I had one. Jastian was dexterity. That's
just not balance, not aim, just dexterity.
Yeah, nope, not balance or aim.
All right, so we're gonna work with Lobos. It was tradition. It was a nomadic people. We're
gonna say,
Earth.
hey, imagine a prompt. A god of earth and
wind and fire.
Earth, wind, fire. What was his other thing? Tradition
and stamina.
Yeah. I'm going to leave out stamina because that's just going to confuse the robot. I'm not going to lie.
All right.
A god of earth and tradition.
Nomadic people, right?
He wears. Yeah. So
you go, man.
He wears
animal skins. Is that where?
Yeah, sort of.
Or what were you gonna say? I'm sorry.
He's sort of like a barbarian-esque kind of warlord. He wears animal skins and rough metal armor.
There were like wolf riders, right?
Yeah, they had wolf riders. Like he has a big wolf pet, Lobos. I mean, come on.
Yeah, all right. Well,
it's a big like wolf. Wolf features heavily into their culture. All right. He wears animal skins and rough metal armor, and rides a gigantic wolf. So I've been having a lot of luck by saying elaborate headdress or elaborate crown.
Oh, okay.
And so
do you want him to have elaborate?
Yeah. He wears an elaborate headdress made of antlers and bone. Sure. Let's see.
Culturally,
yeah.
Like, what do you?
He is a warlord, and he is. Let's go with physical descriptions because, like, he is large and muscular. With dark skin and face. This is where we get into trouble. Facial hair. I always imagined him with like long hair, maybe in like braids or like.
Throw that in there.
Okay.
And when you say like dark skin, are you thinking like, is this guy like in African savannas? Is he like?
No.
South American, Aztec, Maya, like indigenous?
No, it's like I've always imagined Lobos to be like very tundra heavy. Like it's cold.
Like Scandinavian.
Sort of, yeah.
Northern.
A little bit. But like it's in a weird place. Like you can't really relate it to like the weather that we would. Because it's also very coastal, right? It's like a coastal. There's a lot of coast in Lobos if you look at the map, and like I don't know. I mean, he doesn't have to have dark skin. I don't know.
I mean, he can. Like, I am all for the representation. Like,
he's large and muscular with dark skin and
olive?
braided facial hair.
Oh, bold choice. Okay.
Let's see. Well, maybe the robots will not agree with us, but all right. Rough metal armor. It should be ornate though, and ornate rough metal armor. I think, simple sentences.
Hemingway.
He rides a gigantic wolf.
He wears an elaborate
headdress made of antlers and bone. He is large and muscular with dark skin and braided facial hair. And then this is where we get fancy. Okay, what do we want to say as a reference?
For style. I've never actually played with robot
for style,
art before.
yeah. So like stylistically, it should say. Oh, I usually with these guys, I usually say use historical depictions of Greek gods as inspiration, but give it a high fantasy RPG style.
Vibe.
Give it a vibe. All right, let's see if the robot listens to us at all. I don't know.
Or what if I'd be curious if you went like Egyptian god. What?
Ooh, interesting.
We'll
It's
see how it
not
goes.
less desert to me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like there's bush, there's plants. Like Lobos is it's open plains. It's
Just in
desolate,
just in the depiction.
but it's not like, yeah. But it's mountain and craggy and like kind of weird. It's not super hot, but maybe it's kind of hot. All right, so now I have to watch it render. So like, I keep using this example. Like, you know, we are 2% different in our DNA makeup from chimpanzees, right? But that 2% goes a long way. So when you see AI, like that last little bit really makes it come to life, because you can see this thing. So,
Yeah,
ooh,
I
wow.
don't like any of those. But okay.
Holy mackerel.
I guess it's only on 78.
They turned him into a giant wolf. That's cool. I kind of like it. They definitely went like more Khal Drogo than anything. But,
For sure.
oh, a crazy wolf god. That's kind of
I mean, that
cool,
dude. I
though.
take that back. You are right. The last 2% made it. That guy looks way sweet.
Dude, let's see. Upscale 4. I want to see this one. They definitely took some ideas from Norse mythology, even though we didn't say
Well,
that.
that's okay.
Because they have Freki and Gary right there, like the two wolves of Odin. Or is it Thor?
No.
What Odin has? Somebody has two wolves named Freki and Gary. One of the wolves. That's crazy awesome. And some of these guys have been like sort of more. The males especially have been more like inhuman, I would say, like non-humanoid. I'm kind of interested in this god of a wolfkin sort of idea.
Without spoilers, it makes me intrigued about like tie-ins. I don't know.
Well, there could be some tie-ins there, and there were in the original campaign. I'm kind of digging that. Let's see what else we got. I don't like number 1.
No, of those, that one is definitely the sweetest.
Yeah. What is number 3? What is this? I don't know if I like this. Let's see what number 3 looks like.
It looks like demony.
He's got extra hair. He's got extra ears. Not what I wanted.
But the armor is more.
I think we're going with this. Let's do some variations.
Yeah, let's just
strong. Should we roll the dice?
Yeah.
Let's see what strong variation on this looks like. So now it's going to create 4 more new ones, and based on this image, and then it will vary them to a greater extreme than if I just did. It would like change the ears. Or
So,
like,
I got you.
I like the headdress too thing they came.
No,
up
I
with
think
this.
it's funny.
The fur
At first, I didn't.
and the that's
Man,
just.
you were right
I
about
might just
the
go with
50%.
the first one.
Let's just see.
Uh-oh.
No, but that's how it all.
62%.
They all looked that bad.
Yep.
Earlier, it wasn't until the end where it was like, whoa.
Yep. All right. Well, we'll see.
Kind of looks more dog.
It looks like we still got 7%.
I know.
That's the difference between us and a banana, man. That's different. That's a lot. These are bananas. We're taking them to full-on human beings. Let's see what happens. Give it a minute.
Oh Lord.
I think I'm just gonna go with the first one because. Okay. That's interesting.
Yeah.
I love the glowing blue eyes.
Yeah,
That's
for
the
sure.
coolest. That's just a straight up like wolf man, like
Yeah.
dog human.
Blow up
I
2
like
and
4.
4. Yeah.
I like 2 and I like 4. We're going to see upscale 2. Let's see what that is. It's a little
Schnauzery. That's what I thought. Like it's in the like the
wolf,
mustache.
okay, let's try 4 because I liked that one. They're doing some weird jowly things. Which
I mean,
don't
maybe
particularly
Lobos
like.
is drooly.
Okay, so we have this. This is the best of that group.
I mean,
those weird teeth.
Yeah, those weird fangs are weird.
The armor's closer to what I was imagining.
Yeah.
I like it.
All right,
like
let's
that.
go back. What was the original?
And then our number one choice prior to this was this one, which
that looks pretty cool, man.
It's just better. That's Lobos. It's got to be a wolf god. Come on.
Yeah. Does he? But doesn't he ride? Oh,
he rides a wolf, but you know what? I've seen weirder anime, so it's fine.
Okay. Hey, all right.
This is it. This is Lobos. The artwork for Lobos. Save image as. And yes, I know we're using AI, and some people have a problem with that. I don't because I can't draw.
Yeah,
but
I would never make that. I can't make that.
Lobos.
And I appreciate the help, robots.
So then, now we're going to give you a little backstage tour of our dashboard for Argilia.
Oh man, are there spoilers back here?
No, I don't think so. I'll stay away from them. Don't look. So if we go to deities and religions, there's the Vortorian Church and the Icustheon. And then here's all 20 gods. So we just have to find Lobos, who's right there. God of Earth, Tradition, Stamina. We're going to say edit him. Oh wait, I missed a step.
Gotta upload that art.
Gotta go upload the art into our library because we're sort of in WordPress situation. So you'll see a bunch of recently uploaded things. Some of these are NPCs, some of them are gods, some of them are locations.
Some of them are Lando Calrissian.
Some of them are Lando Calrissian. That one really looks like
I love it, man.
So we need to bring up our Finder, go to desktop, go to Lobos, drag him in there. He's gonna show up. There he is, wolf guy.
Should we add wolf
Add
wolves
what?
in parentheses to his description, or you think people will figure it out?
We can add a lot of these are just they're not even fleshed out yet at all.
I'm aware.
I don't know. I don't know if we're being subtle enough. I feel like maybe we should be.
Bit on the nose.
Yeah, Lobos. I mean, I was imagining a wolf-themed god, but I didn't imagine a wolf god. So I guess there you go. Earth and wolves.
And stamina.
God of wolves. Tradition and stamina.
No,
Stamina is a wolf-like thing, right? So then you just go into this character portrait thing, and then you type the name of the file. So he should show up. There he is. And then that one. Do it. So then now that's his...
Pretty sweet image.
That's pretty dope, I gotta say. So then, if we're in our worldview, like this is what you can see this in the thing. If you go to our Argilia PeakD&D World Anvil.
There'll be links in places once it's time.
At some point. And then you can go to the World Encyclopedia, you can go to Deities and Religions, Icustheon, and then here's all of them listed here. They're also on the sidebar. And we just did Lobos. So then we say open them up. And then this is, right now it'll all be filled out later on, but there's a little picture of him, his divine domains, and all that kind of stuff. So
yeah,
that's sort of what we're working on here.
Yeah.
Which is really kind of fun. So that's Lobos down there on the central continent. They're part of the Empire, where we're starting the story. And you don't hear much about Lobos in the world because where we're going is up in the. I can show them on the map. I guess,
we don't hear much about the old gods. So the entire that's the one of the whole themes of the campaign is that there's this new religion, the Church of Votor, and you don't hear much about the old gods on the mainland.
Yeah, they're really more like
are from.
They're like quaint superstition at this point. Like a lot of the old gods, their presence is no longer felt. They are sort of whispered and tolerated by the main church. Whispered about by the local communities. Maybe there's some sects of people that still worship the old gods, or
probably.
But the church sort of says, "Oh no, you have to listen to this." very much. What was I thinking of today? I was like, oh, this is very similar to another idea that I was trying to. I can't even remember what it was. It was an old movie.
So
Anyway,
with
it's fine.
this map, like how many of those continents, like do we know, do we, the players, our 3 characters, know those other continents exist? Are we...
Yes, you know some things. Like, there is a... mostly to... You know about the continent to the west, the big continent, where
Okay.
Kandarahan is, Otun, Sangus, and Vela.
Okay.
And there's a lot of islands. There's this chain of islands, the Ignited Straits, that are like volcanic islands that popped up, and the Risen Isles are sort of an area that there's trade with them, but there's not a lot of civilization out in the middle here. And Kandarahan is actually it's sort of a this is spoilers. You guys don't know this. It's sort of a Cold War, like a standoff. Like there's not really
Between...
there's no there's no relations there
Between Kandarahan and like the Vortor continent?
between
Or-
this continent. They have their sort of own thing going on.
Okay,
there.
so, okay.
Yeah, and then Jastian, Roana, and Sarala, this sort of southern continent that's sort of linked up with Marina, is where most of the trade happens, where like in overseas trade and stuff. But the central continent is certainly the power in the world. The elves live on this far continent over here, Fenora and Inara and Tessima. They're sort of a triumvirate of areas as well, but they are sort of cut off from the rest of the world by this giant eternal storm. It's called the Storm Wall, that was sort of brought up at some point to sort of cut off the Elven continent from contact with the rest of the world.
Okay.
Because at one point, all of these countries were connected. It was a big Pangeal continent and then at some point, something happened, and some people explain it away as like, oh, that's what happened when the gods left, or oh, that's what happened.
Okay.
Vortor reformed the world in his image and separated the different groups of people to bless the Vortorian Empire. And
Like you
blah,
say
blah, blah.
Pangeal, and I think of Congeal and Pangeal.
Like a Pangea. Like
No,
like
I'm
a
aware.
Pangean.
I'm aware.
Yes. So that's sort of what we've been doing lately, is filling out this World Anvil. So hopefully y'all can keep up with the campaign and interact with it in a new and fun way. We're having fun doing this kind of stuff with robots, and
let's make another
we're
robot.
teaching robots.
Let's make
to
another
think.
robot god.
Oh, you want to do it again? I
Yeah.
thought we were going for like 30 minutes.
Oh, are we? How long has
It's
it?
28 minutes.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Well, we'll do that
Next time? I mean, I don't know
off-camera.
how much long we're gonna do.
Yeah,
but-
I know. I think that's good. This was already longer than I anticipated. So good
Yeah.
job, us.
So, well, hey, thanks for checking out Peak D&D. I'm Ben.
Max.
We'll see you next time at the Peak.